Oh, look at the monsters back there. That's
Oh my
cute.
goodness, look at all this iron in here. No, we did a lot of work last time. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Minecraft Podcast, episode 5. How you doing, Noah? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
Yes,
I just got back
sir.
from a big trip to Washington, D.C.
Nice. Let's go. Big W for Noah. I've been moving. That's been a thing, and I broke a monitor in the process.
That's oh man, that's fantastic.
That's so great, man.
So let me ask you, if you
Mm-hmm.
don't mind, how did that happen?
Okay, so obviously in the process of moving, my monitors got put in the back of a vehicle, and I had a feeling that it was broken when we were unpacking because I noticed. Um, I kind of just noticed that it was face down. And if anybody hasn't seen my monitors, I have very curved monitors, and you would think that that would be fine for them. They're not. I don't know what caused it. I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh yeah, it being put in the vehicle is what did it. It being moved, or either way, it just got broken in the move. So yeah, I'm down to one monitor currently, so that's just lovely for recording. Anyway.
That is that's hard.
Yep, yep, and
That's
no,
that's hard.
yeah, not in the good sense. Um, no one knows how much those monitors cost, but we chilling. Um, why do I have an iron hoe?
Chilling. Probably because you were farming.
Have I just had this in my inventory for multiple episodes? I don't think I did any farming last episode. I think that I spent all of it.
Oh, well, I remember you were farming in the second
I
episode.
did do that in the second episode. Dude, that'd be crazy if it's been in my inventory since episode 2. Anyway, well, I guess that's not too crazy. It's only like 2 hours in Minecraft time. Anyway, what's on the docket today, Noah?
Okay, let me take a look here. I'm putting my glasses on.
Yeah, yep.
All right, so do you want to lead with? Okay, let me just do the quick Deadpool stuff
Mm-hmm.
just to get that out of the way
Yeah, go for it.
because most of you probably clicked for that, let's be honest. Um, so Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, they were asked if they're going to return in any future Marvel
Mm-hmm.
projects, and their responses were kind of suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
So here, I got the exact quotes right
It's got the
here.
quotes ready.
Got them right here. Oh my God, I liked a bunch of cat videos since then. Okay. They're asked about their futures as Deadpool and Wolverine in the MCU. Ryan said, I am very nervous talking to you. And Hugh said, I've never been so scared of what's coming out of my mouth.
It's
So that
interesting.
they're coming back. I'm pretty sure.
I think that they should. They're both very iconic in their roles.
Yes. There was a lot of speculation on whether or not he was going to continue the role of Wolverine after this movie.
I think that I think that everybody needs a break sometimes. So I think that he just kind of needed a break. Let's be real.
True. Very true.
Yeah, I do think that they should come back. And I think that Ryan would obviously love to carry on the role. I think it's more the question of will Kevin Feige let him?
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
And I mean,
Uh,
you know,
hmm
I'm critical of Kevin Feige here. Kevin Feige,
Me too.
don't chop off my balls, but he might.
I know a lot of industry secrets, actually. But I'm not going to share them with you guys because I don't want Kevin Feige to chop my balls off.
Yeah, my dad works for Marvel actually.
I'm serious, Hunter.
Yep.
I actually do know a lot of industry secrets.
Oh yeah.
And I forgot. This is another topic that isn't even on the list, but let me tell you, the leaker on Twitter, can we get some toast? I don't know if anybody knows who I'm talking about, but
Yeah.
basically, they kind of confirmed that he's a credible source because they put out a thing that said, if anybody knows any information, please report it to us about who this guy
Oh,
is.
interesting.
So Marvel is trying to track down, can we get some toast?
Interesting.
Isn't
Which
that crazy?
which leaker was he? Was he
Not Daniel RPK.
What is he
He's like a big
leaked?
one. I have no
Yeah.
idea. He leaks all sorts of stuff
Oh,
like
does he?
like
Okay.
roles, characters coming in, like
Oh,
that kind of stuff.
interesting. Okay. So I guess keep your eyes out on him on Twitter if you're into leaks.
All right. That's all for now for all the Marvel stuff.
Yes.
I just want to get through that quickly. Just
Yep.
want to adjust
Mm-hmm.
that. Okay. If you're still here, we're gonna talk about the most underrated films of all time.
Ooh, all right, all right. Man, that's a real loaded question. You know what? I'm gonna say it because yes, while a lot of people like it, I feel like I see a lot of people not like it on Twitter at the same time. Brad, I'm looking at you. The Batman. I feel like a lot of people really don't give the
What?
I feel like a lot of people underrate the Batman.
I wouldn't call that an underrated movie though.
I think that a lot of people.
But if you think it is, then I guess
Yeah,
that
maybe I'm just being really
counts.
biased. What would you
I
consider?
mean, I've seen mostly praise for that film.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually the people who love the MCU that don't like it.
That's a real point right there, Noah. Um,
Like outside of Twitter,
mhm.
it's very widely loved. Let's be real.
That's yeah. I think that. Well, yeah, that's kind of what I mean too. Is it's like,
That would probably go on in a most overrated films list, but I don't think it's overrated. I'm just saying people would
mhm,
probably put that on an overrated
right?
list.
I get you.
But if you think it's underrated, then that's valid
Mm. What do you think is
because
an underrated movie?
Assassin's Creed.
Oh, that's right. Which I haven't seen. So I can't like tell you if it's underrated. Obviously I know of it. I just have not watched it because when it came out, everybody immediately panned it, and like, did that come out the same year as BVS or no?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was partially the
Damn,
reason
so
why I
many
didn't watch it.
phantoms. Yeah, and it's literally one of those movies that has so many negative reviews and stuff
Uh
that I literally cannot find a single thing wrong with it.
huh.
I just love the movie. I mean, the thing is, like most of those movies, like you can probably find some wrong things with it, but that's one of those movies where I can't find anything wrong with it. One day we are gonna watch it and we're gonna do a review probably
Mhm.
on either the podcast or a video on its own. But I'm curious to know what Hunter thinks of that movie. Um, knowing you,
Mhm.
you're probably gonna find some things wrong with it. I can't find anything wrong with it.
Right.
Just me personally.
Well,
It's
that's fair.
it's a perfect movie for Assassin's Creed fans. I don't know why they hate it, but
That's fair.
because like you know me, I'm like a huge fan.
Mhm.
So there's that, and then the other underrated movie I wanted to talk about was X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah. Not bad. I don't hate it by any means. Underrated. You know what? Actually, I will agree with you that it's underrated. That's another movie that gets too much hate for really no reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I saw somebody say this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, yeah, this movie, I feel like it just gets hated on because of what they did with Deadpool,
Mm-hmm.
and they just like write it off as a bad movie because of that.
Which.
And then he's like, and what I think is, since we have like an actually good Deadpool
Mm-hmm.
adaptation, I feel like you could just look at this as like a fun little off character route they went with it.
Right. But is this one technically canon then, or no?
You can look at X-Men Origins Wolverine as a non-canon.
Oh.
It
Okay.
literally it breaks so much of the canon that they thought that it was going to fit into
Mm-hmm.
that you could just view it as its own thing.
Yeah.
It's it,
then yeah, I
yeah.
personally am like, yeah, that's fine. Like I could, like, it doesn't make me mad if it like Deadpool's situation there doesn't really upset me if you want to look at it in the case of it's not canon or that it's in its own universe. Like, yeah, of course it's fine. But yeah, I mean, yes, while it's not great, it's not like, does it make the movie awful for me? No. It doesn't make me hate the movie like some people hate on it. That I think is a little much.
Definitely. Oh my God, there's floating trees.
Is there?
There's
Are they
floating trees.
are they floating because there's wood in them, or because they didn't have a chance to despawn?
There's wood in them.
Oh.
I know it was you.
Yep, it's me.
Don't pretend it wasn't you. 'Cause it definitely wasn't me.
And the best part is, Noah, is that it's on camera, me doing it.
Yep, I can find it. I can pinpoint the exact time that
Noah
you
just,
did this shit.
Noah just posts it on the Points Eat Twitter. He's like, here it is.
Found it.
Found it.
Press charges.
I'm trying to think if I have a.
Do you have any other underrated films?
Honestly, off the top of my head, not really. Not ones where I'm like super adamant, like, why does nobody like this? Yeah, I don't really think I have any others. You have any others?
Oh, Speed Racer. I think we can both agree on that one.
Okay, yeah, we can agree on that one. That one is very underrated, actually. 100% underrated.
It's like literally one of my top 4 favorite films ever.
It is really good. If you haven't, dude, we need to make a video on that because, dude,
we do. Make a video essay, man, and get some views for that. Spread the word.
I don't think anybody's looking for Speed Racer content.
It's been getting kind of a resurgence, I've noticed, actually.
Oh, has it?
Like the actor Emil Hirsch plays Speed Racer. He said he always talks about it on Twitter. What are you doing, by the way?
Me? I'm doing some organization downstairs. And trying.
I'm gonna do a tree farm down here.
Oh, are you? Okay. Sick.
Yeah. Pretty cool to have an underground tree farm in it.
It is pretty sick.
Got any bones?
If we do, they would be upstairs. I don't think I have any on me though.
You're boring.
I'm sorry. Be more exciting. Yeah, actually, unironically, if you haven't watched Speed Racer, it's genuinely like a really, really good movie.
Best anime adaptation to live action.
True. See, when Noah told me about this movie, I was like, what are you on about? And I was kind of expecting it to be like not great. And then we watched it. I was like, oh, this is actually like genuinely a really good movie. And like, I mean, is it a bit cheesy and campy? Yes, but in a good way. It was a good time.
Yes, exactly. I grew up watching that movie like almost every day. So I'm like obviously biased, but to see many people talk about like, oh, it's really cool. It's really cool to see that because I'm glad that it's not just me that likes it.
Right. It's a nice piece of validation when people like the other content that you like. Yeah, it's really funny because the Wachowski sisters either make some of the best things we've ever seen or some of the worst things we've ever seen, and it's never in between.
What's some of the worst stuff?
Some of the later Matrix movies are pretty bad.
Oh, I know. Okay, yeah, I can agree with that. But I'd say Reloaded was still good in my opinion.
Yeah, Reloaded's not bad. But wait, no, was it Reloaded?
The first one's a masterpiece, of course.
Yeah. Which one was Reloaded? Was that the newest one, or
was that the second one?
Okay, yeah.
Resurrections was the newest one, and I thought that one was pretty cool. Sometimes Revolutions, some good, a lot of bad.
Oh yeah,
just a slog.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Talk about an overrated now. Yeah, I think that's all for me. What's next up on the list, Noah?
Let's see. We could talk about one of your topics here. So would you rather find a bear or a man in the woods?
You know the context of this, Noah?
No, I don't. You gotta fill me in.
Okay, so basically, I'm sure you're aware of these really cringe podcasts where they bring on like these OnlyFans models and they ask them questions, right? They try to embarrass them a little bit and make them look dumb. And here's the thing, I don't like those podcasts. But right now, there's a debate being held on whether would you rather find a bear or a man in the woods. And a lot of women will say that they would rather find a bear.
Okay.
So they're saying that they would rather find an apex predator than a random man. This is not a dangerous man. Like, this isn't a man that has a gun or something like that. I mean, maybe he does if you want to make it that in your scenario. But the point of the
Okay,
question...
let me guess. They think that they're gonna get...
Yes. Yep, it's exactly what you think.
Um, just a regular guy.
Yeah, just a regular guy.
It's like, I swear, it's like, okay, so let me just envision this. So you're a woman and you're running through the woods,
Yep.
and on one side you see a bear, and the other side you see a man. What do? You
Listen.
just see the guy, and he just waves at you and smiles like, "Hey, what's up?" And then the bear is like roaring at you and like starts kind of running towards you. What do you do? What do you do?
Dude, do you know how quick that bear will eat you? It's an apex predator.
You have more dude, it's okay, look, if you were gonna get, I mean, I'm sure the experience is you'd probably want to die, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
Look, I've never been there before. I don't want to speak on it at all, but I'm sure that it I don't want to make people choose between this, but I'm sure that it's probably better than dying.
Well,
I don't know, but
yeah,
I
we're
mean, I'm
too.
sure it will probably make you want to die, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a tough subject.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't
two
want to
white
joke
guys.
about it, but
I know we're two white guys hosting a Minecraft podcast. But yeah, no, I like really.
There might be kids watching this.
Yeah, I know. But really,
that don't know what we're talking about.
You think that's you think that you'd be safer with the bear? Is that what you think? Because I don't think that at all. You know how quick a bear would
Right, and
like.
I'm just saying, like, if there was hypothetically that you would, but that's like, there's probably like a 25% chance of that happening. And I don't know if you've seen the movie This Is the End, but it's just making me think of that scene. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, I have seen that movie. See, that's funny that you think that it's 25%. I think it's way less than 25. And like, I don't want to take away from women's experiences, but oh my God, do you really think?
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. It is 25%. I mean, less than 25. Sorry,
Yeah.
Less than 25.
But I bet it's more than 50% of a time a bear will eat you.
Definitely, a bear will eat you 100%.
Oh my God, dude.
And if not eat you, it will definitely revenant maul you.
Oh yeah, dude. It will maul your face apart. Dude, do you know I
rip your back skin off?
Oh my God. It's like that Joe Rogan thing about the monkeys.
Dude.
Do you know the story about the woman that had a pet chimp?
Oh, you're getting into that one.
Oh,
okay.
Dude, well, I mean, they're connected.
No.
All right. Well, they're connected.
Oh, they're connected. Okay.
Kinda. I mean, they're kind of connected. I feel like it's a good example of why you don't trust a wild animal. So this woman, she had a pet gorilla, and I think that he was, I don't know, like 12 or something. His name was Travis, and
Oh man, his name wasn't Caesar.
Nope, it wasn't. It wasn't Caesar. That'd be funny though, right? This happened in 2008, and her friend came over, and she gave Travis Xanax earlier in the day because he was acting up or whatever. So she's like, "I'll just give him." Yeah, I know, right? Seems like a great idea.
Perfect.
Yep. So she gave Travis Xanax. So her friend comes to the door, right? Walks to the door. Oh, I found a giant cave. Comes to the door. Travis immediately attacks her, ripped her apart. And when I mean rip her apart, I don't mean, oh yeah, that monkey ripped fingers
That's exactly
off.
how I feel whenever I take a Xanax.
Yep, exactly. Well,
how it feels to take a Xanax.
Dude, that's what they should do for those ads. But yeah, no, that monkey straight up ripped her apart. Didn't like, oh wow, I took a little skin off. No, straight up ripped her face off, ripped out both of her eyeballs, ripped off her fingers. Like this woman, keep in mind, she's still alive. She's still alive.
She's still alive?
Oh, dude. She went on, like 6 months later or whatever, she went on, Oprah.
She's blind now, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yep, she's blind now. and like, oh my god, it looks
She went on what?
Oprah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And
That's another topic for Oprah is another topic.
yeah,
All in itself
the
is
dude
it's
for
another
real.
topic.
Yep. But anyway, so she went on Oprah, and oh my god, like she doesn't obviously she doesn't look the same because she has a different
Right.
person's face now because she didn't have a face
Oh,
anymore.
that's kind of
Oh,
creepy, not gonna
dude.
lie.
Oh, it looks so weird with her mouth because like obviously she still has the same mouth, kind of like you couldn't really replace a mouth. So like it just looks
Oh
weird.
man, I don't even know if I want to see that.
Oh yeah,
But send me a picture because I'm a little curious.
yeah. Hold on, I'll send you a picture. Give me a second. Give me just a second.
Okay, yeah, this is gonna go on the oddly terrifying subreddit. I'm gonna see Captain Sparkles reacting to that one.
Did you look her up or what'd you do?
No, I'm just
Oh, you're just preparing yourself.
preparing myself.
Uh,
But
on
that
a,
I know it's gonna look.
oh yeah. Oh, I would also like to point out, this monkey was stabbed by the owner like 7 times with a giant butcher knife, and it just completely unfazed him.
He was what?
He was stabbed with a butcher's knife like 7 times, and it just unfazed him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gorilla, right?
Yeah. Chimpanzee, is it the same thing as a gorilla?
No, no.
No. Okay. Well, if
Begging
you're
you to watch the Apes films.
oh, I guess I have seen them.
You have. Okay, so okay, so there's obviously orangutan, gorilla, bonobo, and chimpanzee.
Okay,
There you go.
okay, I'm sorry. This one is a chimpanzee. Hold on. I'll also send you a photo of.
Chimpanzees are dangerous creatures.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Dangerous.
Oh, absolutely. This is just a prime example of why you don't get a pet.
You don't want to be James Franco,
Dude, it's crazy cuz this woman would like dress him up in human clothes.
just like James Franco.
Yeah. And Michael Jackson. Yeah, I'm sending it in the Discord. See, it's funny for the video, we have a Discord with me, Noah, Carter, uh,
Ah,
Brad, and Ashley, and they're about to just see a chimpanzee and this woman's face and have no context. You got to use your context clue for this one.
oh crap! Didn't expect it to look like that.
I
Not gonna
know.
lie.
Yep. I know.
That's the chimp. Okay. They're gonna think it's some sort of transformation.
Yeah, yeah, I know, right?
Um, what's the chimp's name?
Travis.
Travis needs to do some exercise, bro.
Oh, yeah, yeah, he does, dude. Travis, his
How do
favorite
you give a
color.
Xanax to
I
that
know.
thing?
His favorite color was yellow. Fun fact. Um, yeah. Travis is a very interesting case to me, and just a prime example of what happens when you let wild. And here's the thing: it's a really sad story because the owner, she got divorced, and like her daughter died in like a horrific car accident. So she's like, "Well, I have nothing left. I guess I'm getting a pet monkey."
Oh man, if
Yeah.
Caesar witnessed this,
Yep. And
he
yeah,
would hate it.
it's in like I don't recommend you go looking out for it because I already listened to it and it's pretty fucking horrific. It was a 911 call, and like like she calls obviously, right, and she's like trying to explain to the operator that her pet chimpanzee is ripping her friend's face off, and the operator is like, and the operator thinks that she's trolling.
Oh no.
And he's like, "Oh really? Oh really? Your pet chimpanzee, huh?" And then quickly realizes that it's real. It's yeah, but that's it.
Hey,
I would not recommend listening to that audio.
would not
Um,
recommend having a pet chimpanzee either.
no, I would definitely not recommend that. You know what I can recommend to you, Noah?
Because the only person that can do that is James Franco. What?
True.
What?
You know what I do recommend to you? Buying Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah.
Looks looks
Yeah.
looks pretty good, doesn't it? I think it looks decent.
I
I
think it
mean,
looks fantastic.
yeah. Which I mean, to be fair, it is just cinematics right now. But for anybody that doesn't know, it's the new Assassin's Creed game taking place in Japan.
Of all
Eh,
things.
yep, and it's gonna have a dual protagonist like Syndicate did. But this time around, you get to play as the samurai or the shinobi, which is a cool idea. And like, I mean, they'll probably play differently. So I mean, already props compared to Syndicate. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a
Mhm.
fun time.
Oh, me too. Let me read off some of the details
Go
here.
for it.
Let me get into a safe space
Yep.
in the world so I
Safe
can do that
space.
without getting my eyes ripped out and my face ripped off.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nobody. It's not poggers for anyone.
All right. All right. So this is everything officially revealed so far. It's set in feudal Japan, obviously. 1579. I can't read that era. If you really want to know, you can look it up. Period witnesses so much activity. Portuguese merchants, legions of samurai, shinobi, Jesuit missionaries. The world is going to be as large as AC Origins. That's cool. There's going to be dedicated missions for each of the protagonists. Um, uh, the agile, stealthy playstyle for the shinobi that you play as is going to be
Mhm.
different than the samurai, of course.
Yeah.
Uh, you can use a grappling hook to traverse
Okay.
as her. Pretty cool. Um, it uh, this guy had a lot of typos. So you have a chain whip thing that you can
That's pretty
use
cool.
as her. Enemies can be knocked out. A pacifist playthrough is possible if you want to go through and do no like violence at all.
That's
Um, prone and sneak around. So there's a prone feature. You can go prone.
oh, diamonds. Anyway, sorry.
Full dynamic lighting system. Realistic sunlight, torches, and lanterns. Oh, and get this, you're gonna like this, I think.
Yeah.
The seasons in the game will change.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
So we're gonna have spring, summer, winter, and autumn. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Um, the ponds will freeze over in winter.
Okay. Okay.
So the water's all gonna freeze. So that's pretty cool. Grass grows tall in spring and dies in the fall.
Interesting.
Hanging icicles will break and expose you. You can hide into the shadows to escape. Take out light sources to hide. You can create a customizable hideout. Train your Shinobi League, so you're gonna have your own Shinobi League. That's pretty cool.
Hmm.
Craft gear, interact with other characters, choose base layout, decorate with accessories. Huge castles as dungeons, tackle targets in any order. No question marks on map. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much all the details we have. What gets you most excited for the game?
Honestly, oh, dude, I don't know. I'm gonna be real, and a lot of that sounds really cool. Oh, that's really
Hmm.
tough, honestly. Um, you know what? Honestly, the castles as dungeons seem cool. Um, I like the idea of having quests for each character, but I think that's just gonna be like you have to play as both. It's probably isn't as cool as it sounds. I also really like the grapple hook, obviously. I think the prone is going to be interesting for AC. What I really am
Hmm.
interested in is how is a pacifist run going to be possible?
I know, right? I
Like if
actually forgot to go over the samurai details, by the way.
oh, go for
So
it.
you can switch freely.
Okay.
between them, and he's actually a real historical figure, the
Cool.
samurai. Um, he was brought to Japan by a Jesuit missionary because he's obviously an African.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, he has heavy weapons and has a combat gameplay and decapitations and finishers.
Okay.
So like think Shadow of Mordor basically.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. That's really
Different,
cool.
different, different gameplay, which is something that Syndicate lacked with its dual protagonists.
True. Yeah, what do you think you're most excited for? I'm actually really excited for the grapple hook. I think that's good. What I found really interesting is that they're downsizing the map.
Yeah, I actually like that because the thing about Valhalla and Odyssey, they're just too damn big. And
Well,
Origins is already a pretty big game,
yeah.
pretty big map. So to know that its Origin size is pretty cool, I'm enjoying that. Um, I wanna, I'm just excited to explore the map
Hmm.
and and do all of my cool Shinobi stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who do you think you're gonna play as more, a Shinobi or Samurai?
Probably the Shinobi, I'm thinking. She just seems like she's more my play style. But I guess we'll see once I actually get my hands on the game. You know,
I
but
think I'm gonna play both, but I'm gonna be more of a Shinobi main
mhm,
towards the end game, I think.
right. I am excited to see how those dungeons play out. That I think is going to be really interesting because I mean, most time, well, AC doesn't really usually have dungeons, so I think that's going to be really interesting to see.
Hmm. Definitely.
I do agree that it's a good thing to because I brought this up. Well, these guys didn't see it, but like when I wrote my script for my uh video essay on AC Valhalla, um I brought up the fact that most people that think that this game is like the best game ever are going to be people that are never going to see the end of it. And it's just it's big to be big for the sake of being big. It's not big for the sake of being good. Like most of the content
Yeah.
is just, oh, look, dude, there's another outpost to discover. And it's the exact same type of enemies that you've been fighting for several hours. And like nothing changes. And it's just, once again, big for the sake of being big because it looks cool. But I mean, I do think a more concise world is a good idea, especially with AC games. I think like you don't need a giant map to make a good AC game, in my opinion.
That's true because I mean look at Mirage.
Yeah, yeah, and I really
Have you
think
played that yet?
no, I haven't. I was actually thinking about buying it today. But yeah, no, like Mirage is a great example of that. Like everybody doesn't want these big expansive maps just to be big. And
Right.
I mean, we've
And they really leaned into that with Mirage because I mean Mirage was obviously supposed to be a DLC for Valhalla, which would have made it even more bigger.
yeah,
Um, but Mirage, it still had a pretty decent sized map, but I mean it wasn't like huge or anything.
yeah,
It was just there. I mean you can go through the desert on your horse or like a camel if
yep,
you want and have like the vibes and stuff, which is pretty cool. I like that.
yep.
Uh
All right.
oh, okay. I see that. It's great, man. Happy for you.
Happy for me. At least I know where I died. I like managed to get out of lava, but anyway. Yeah, I think that I honestly think that downsizing the map is a good step in the direction for AC because I mean, oh my god, the last couple of games have been way too big. Like I mean, Odyssey was
Definitely.
huge. I do think that Origins was a good size though.
Yes, me too. It's probably like the biggest you could ever make a map.
Yup. Yep, I agree. Oop, wasn't this way.
Odyssey was huge. I still love Odyssey and Valhalla, but honestly, dude, you're right. I didn't even make it to the end of Valhalla.
Yeah, and like
I don't even have all the DLCs.
I didn't make it. Dude, it's so funny. I didn't even make it to the end of Valhalla. Like I just couldn't because it was like you would get distracted by side content and it's like oh my god, dude, you're
Well, I
spending
got to the end of the main
hours.
story.
Oh, I
I
didn't
got to
get
the
to
main
the
end
end.
of the main
No.
story, but never completed everything. Definitely not. I tried
Mm-hmm.
just so I could say I did it, but I didn't.
It's just way too much stuff to do. I mean, Like I did so much of the side stuff. Like I did, and it was crazy because it was like I mean, I will have to check maybe in this podcast right now how much time I spent in that game, but I spent so much time. My time in that game is ridiculous for a single player open world AC game.
Yep.
And it's a good time, but oh my god, man. All right. This
I
is
feel like if you had Odyssey, it would be even longer.
uh, Odyssey. I Odyssey is just not as good as a game to me. Like it. Oh my god. It just made itself. It doesn't feel like an Assassin's Creed game a lot of the times. And Valhalla has a lot of the same issues, but something about Odyssey makes it worse where enemies drop weapons like it's Destiny. And I hate that in an AC game.
Yeah, they cured that with Valhalla with
Yes.
them just dropping gear that you don't have.
Yep. Yeah, it's
Odyssey just drops a bunch of stuff on you, and you're like, oh, I gotta sit here and dismantle all of this.
Yep. Yep.
Just like Destiny. Origins does the same thing though, which I don't like that about Origins either. Origins doesn't feel like that kind of game.
Yeah, it's
Odyssey
something.
does though, which is weird.
Yeah, it's something about Odyssey that makes it worse, I think. Like Valhalla, maybe it's just how much content is in Origins. Well, also Origins feels at least well, actually I know what it is. You don't get a hidden blade in Odyssey.
The last game that felt, I mean, Mirage returned to that. I hope that Shadows has the Shinobis. I hope that it really does feel like I'm playing Mirage within Shadows, and then I can switch to the Samurai, and obviously I can live as like a samurai in the feudal Japan world. I like that idea. If I want to do that. Now,
Yeah.
if they had like an Odyssey, for instance, if they had you play as a Spartan warrior,
Yep.
and then as an assassin on the side together, that'd be cool. But I see they're taking a lot of they're taking a lot of the criticisms and putting it into the game. So that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I do agree. I am glad that they are taking the criticism and realizing their mistakes with Odyssey, Origins, and even Valhalla, as much as I liked Valhalla. But it, like, even at times, like, Valhalla, like, at times, Valhalla doesn't feel like a AC game. At times. And there's lots of aspects of the game that are great. But then there's other aspects. For example, like the fact that you can't fight with your hood on for some reason. And then it's like, oh, I'm playing a generic Witcher 3 ripoff. You know, it's I don't know.
But you know, Valhalla's better.
You're wrong.
Okay.
You know, it's funny. I don't know if I talked about that. Actually, I think I did in the first episode where I was like, well, you know, or actually no, that was in the deleted version. Where I was like, being gatekeepy and stuff is bad. But nah, if you think that, if you genuinely, if I find somebody that genuinely thinks that AC Valhalla is better than Witcher 3,
No.
You're wrong. You're wrong. What's up?
No.
What?
One of my favorite features from these newer Assassin's Creed games is not returning in Shadows.
What's that?
The drone bird, bro.
Oh, really? Are they getting rid of it for classic Eagle Vision?
I don't know. I hope so, but I think they're just gonna have everything already marked for you. I don't think that you have to.
Oh, interesting.
Either that, or you have to investigate and ask people things. I don't know. I think they're just going a different way about it. Which I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll see.
I'm gonna be honest. If they do it like where you actually have to go talk to people, I don't like that because it's like, hello. Oh, you're building a new house. I see.
Yes.
Let's go. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that if you're gonna require me to go talk to people, I don't like that in the sense of like, I don't know. That to me just has never really been my favorite system in video games, but that's just me. But what I will say is what I liked about games like Odyssey Origins and stuff is that they let you
Ah,
choose to do that. Like that was always a feature, but you had to be like, yes, I don't want the help. Let me figure it out on my own.
yeah,
And
yeah, I agree.
that I think is a fine system. If I want to decide that, hey, I don't want the hints, I don't want the markers, yeah, let me turn that off. But don't force me to play with them off. That's just frustrating. Like I don't want to have to spend 40 minutes trying to figure out where to go or do what I do in Elden Ring and go to YouTube.
Yeah, I saw you playing a lot of that earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk about it for a minute. I've been on the Elden Ring grind again. It's a little unhealthy. I'm currently sitting at 17 hours with my character, so it's one of those games where every single time I start playing it, I just don't realize how much time I'm spending playing it
Mm-hmm.
because there's just
Destiny.
yep, yep. There's just so much to do. Have you played Elden Ring yet or no?
No, but I've played Dark Souls.
Okay, that's fair.
Um, and that game, I got to a boss where I have no idea what I'm doing. So
Yeah, I
I
mean,
kind of just get put in a big break
that's
for
fair.
me.
Don't buy it if you don't want. But like, I do think that Elden Ring is the better Souls game. It's like,
I'm gonna get that at some point.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I know I completely get it. Not wanting to get it right now, and also, having your experience with Dark Souls, because that is an issue with those games. Is it that is very much one of those games where it's like figure out what to do, sport, and sometimes I just tell me
It's
where to go.
excruciatingly
Oh my god.
annoying to do that.
The side quests in particular in those games, like in all of the Souls games, are like that, where the side quests are like, oh yeah, you'll talk to an NPC and the NPC will be like, yeah, my mom died, and then that's pretty much like the only dialogue. Like they'll give a little bit more context, but then they don't be like, oh yeah, go get me this or whatever. They just like are like, yeah, I'm in pain. Like no joke, one of them is like, I'm in pain, and that's all what they say. And then somehow you just need to magically know the
Oh my God,
antidote.
like that lady at the jury.
Yeah, yeah,
I
exactly.
told you about that, right?
Yep, you
Yeah.
did. I'm in pain. But yeah, no, literally,
I'm in pain. I
literally
need to
the
leave.
literally the exact same thing. It's like just tell me what you need, and I'd go do it. But yeah, great game, but I don't like that kind of quest design where it's like, we're not actually going to give you a quest marker or like anything. Just go figure it out. Which a lot of people like that, and I understand why they like that, but that's not the kind of game design that I like.
Yeah. Anything next?
Uh, what's the best action film of all time? No.
Okay. What's your pick?
Uh, Probably Terminator 2 or yeah, probably Terminator 2 is honestly my pick.
Okay. That's a good pick, but I disagree.
Okay,
Not that
okay.
I think it's a bad movie. I
Mm-hmm.
just think that there are better action movies.
Okay.
One of those being a movie that actually came out last year, and I
Mm-hmm.
think you know what I'm going to say. Uh, John Wick 4,
Oh yeah, John Wick. Yeah.
but it's a toss-up between John Wick 4 and Mad Max Fury Road for me.
You know what? Those are both really good picks. I think it's just been a while since I've watched Mad Max. A great movie though. Oh man, I think for me, I'm gonna have to stick with Terminator 2, and I'm gonna put John Wick 4 up there. John Wick 4 is so good. It's so good.
Yes.
It was funny. Um,
Oh, hello, Mr.
it
Skeleton.
was really funny because when that movie came out, me and Noah were chatting about it or whatever, and I was like, it was really good, except it felt weird that there was that one scene on the highway and then that scene right before the highway where it was like it just felt like it didn't need to exist. If you took that out of the movie, it would have made more sense. Or not that it would have made more sense, but it was like it was just another action scene for no reason. And I was like, yeah,
I remember you saying that.
yep. And then it was funny because then Keanu Reeves came out like the next day and he's like, yeah, we literally shot those just because after we wrapped up filming, just because I thought it sounded cool. I was like, yo, let's go. But I mean, they're great scenes. It's not like they're bad or anything like that. And it's like, it's more John
I
Wick
think
action.
I only said I agreed with you just because I didn't want to get into a debate.
I mean, well,
If I'm being honest.
what do you think that, it's not that I think that they're bad. It's just if you like literally like
I
how that
know
scene,
they're unnecessary.
yeah,
I get it.
it's not that it's not a bad thing. Like I still think that movie's a 10 out of 10. Like it's absolutely an amazing movie. But it was just funny to me that where I was like, yeah, it's kind of feels like they just kind of added it in, and they did, which isn't a bad thing because I mean, let's face it, more
Okay.
John Wick action is more John Wick action.
Creeper
Creeper?
in my house.
Uh-oh.
Get away from me.
Also, we have 37 blocks of iron.
Okay, we need to do something other than mine.
Yep, well, that's why you're working on the house right now.
Yeah, this is a house for both me and you to live.
Yep. And I did some caving this episode. I got us some diamonds.
Do you want the upstairs or the downstairs?
I will take the upstairs. Why not?
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna get a snack.
Okay, go for it. Go for
So
it.
I'll be back.
Well, Noah does that. I do want to mention that thank you guys once again for all the support on the videos lately. It's been great, and as I mentioned, I've been packing and moving and being sick by the sound of my voice. So you know, I've been very busy, so I do apologize for the lack of uploads. But you know, we're back at it, as you can tell. But yeah, anyway, just wanted to say that.
Okay. Got it.
Let's go. What'd you get? Did you say that before you left? I don't remember.
It's the how do you say that brand? The UTZ brand. How do you say that? Utz?
I have no clue what you're talking about. UTZ.
The brand, the pretzel brand.
I don't think I've ever heard of this.
It's Utz. Come on, man.
Okay, interesting. Sure, they're
You don't
great.
know this?
No. I guess liberal media's been censoring it from me.
Okay. They're gonna see a picture of this now.
All right. Yeah, since I definitely could not show them the photo of the victim of Travis the Chimp. Let's see this. I've never heard of this brand. Where do you buy these from? Yeah, never heard of this.
Walmart.
Oh, really? Okay. I might have to give myself a bag then.
Okay.
I think this is the perfect topic to end the video or end the podcast off with. Why do people think that the Earth is flat?
Dude, I have no idea.
Dude, it's so funny to listen to people talk about this, dude. It always makes me laugh so hard. Dude, my favorite is, have you seen those people that accidentally proved that the Earth was round?
Yes.
If anybody hasn't seen this video, they're like, all right, here's the deal. If Michael over there basically stands up on a ladder and shines his flashlight, then he should look high. Or no, actually, sorry, I said that backwards. If Michael stands over there on flat ground, then he should not look at the same height as us. And it was like 150 feet away or whatever. So they're like, oh, dude, we're catching these people in this belief right now. So they go out there, and then they're like, Michael, are you sitting flat right now? He's like, yeah, and he's curved, and like, oh no, and then they. And then they have no explanation. They move on as if that never happened. as if they never just got proven wrong. Like they clearly just were proven so wrong. Like they
Yep,
like
dude. The guy at work will never watch this video, so I can make fun of him all I want.
oh no, is he a flat earther?
Obviously, not going to say his name,
Uh
but did I tell you that this whole topic came from this dude at my work thinks the Earth is flat, and he just talked my ear off about it.
no.
So he's the maintenance guy at the mini golf course I work at.
Okay.
Um, and so having a slow day, and I just walk up to him, and he's sitting on his lawnmower, and he's just like, chilling out, looking at his phone. He's a cool guy. He's a chill guy. I was just gonna go talk to him.
Yeah.
Um, he just all of a sudden was like talking about the Earth being flat and how if you take a picture of the sun at a certain angle and you see like have you ever taken a picture of the sun and it's like two other circles
Yes.
coming off of it? He's like, that's how it actually is. They just don't want you to know that, but your phone just captured it on film. And then he's like, and Antarctica is not just some ice cap on the bottom of the Earth. It's literally the whole bottom of the Earth.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a disc, and there's a dome of air.
Okay.
The government doesn't want you to know that. And the government is actually run by extraterrestrials.
Yeah.
Extraterrestrials, as in those people that come from Antarctica. And extraterrestrial meaning they're I forget what he said, but he's like, not aliens. They're like I guess they have like telepathic powers or something. I don't know.
Interesting.
And
Have
he's
I
like, as soon as you say anything about this online, you're silenced. And then in my head, I'm like, okay, how do you know about this then?
They shadow ban you on Twitter. It's not for saying
then,
slurs, I promise.
And here's the best part.
Mm-hmm.
He said the word NASA
Yep.
comes from the word Nassau, which literally means deceive. And I'm like, I didn't even say it because this is the kind of guy where he'll start raising his voice at you if you disagree with him.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just sat there and was like, interesting. And in my
we
head,
get
I'm
this
like,
guy on the
NASA
podcast?
no.
I want to debate with him.
I'm like, dude, NASA is not a word. It's a what's that? What do you call it?
It's an association.
Right, but
Association is in the...
it stands for something.
It's an acronym. Yeah.
Acronym. There you go.
That's so funny. But did he ever stop and think about the fact that it's an acronym?
No.
It's really funny. Have I ever talked about the guy? How are the sheep getting it? Oh my god.
What?
Didn't realize there was a gate on this. All right, well, looks like we're spawning in sheep.
Oh.
I was I was over here breeding them, right? And I know what I did is that, obviously I was like right clicking. Oh.
Oh no. The farm.
Only 3 carrots. Well, wait, do I have any more wheat? Hold on. No, I don't. Hold on, I'm gonna go break a piece. Ever talk about the guy that used to work with at McDonald's that thought that birds were fake? He didn't think that birds were real.
Oh god. I think you told me this.
I probably did.
Time.
I don't think I ever told this on video, but I worked with this guy and I was training him and he was going on and on about just conspiracy theories. And, they're pretty normal ones like JFK, the typical ones. And then he looks at me and he goes, and don't even get me started on the fucking birds. I'm like, what? At this point I've been ignoring him. But I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, you don't know this? The birds, they're fake. They're not real. I was like, well, huh? He believes that birds are in fact planted by the government and are in fact robots to spy on us.
What about chickens that produce eggs that we eat?
That's different. He said because they don't fly, they don't count.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what if I take one of these birds and I kill it and I find organs inside of it?
Oh, that's the other thing, Noah. They have a diagram that shows you what an inside of a bird looks like, and it's wires. And I thought to myself, what if I brutally murder a bird in the McDonald's parking lot and prove him wrong? Yeah, no, I don't know what these people are smoking. I don't know what most conspiracy theories are smoking. Most of them are wild. Some of them are idiotic, even.
Dude, have you seen the one about pandas not being real?
Do people believe that pandas aren't real?
What?
People think that pandas aren't real?
Yeah, they think that that they are Chinese people dressed up in suits.
All right, that's actually really funny, though.
And it's actually very popular.
In what
conspiracy
country
theory.
do
Like
people believe this? Here?
every single panda, yeah, here.
Oh my god, that's nuts.
It was started on TikTok and it actually made traction to the point where I started seeing it. I don't even follow this crap.
That's such a weird conspiracy theory. Why? Have you seen the videos of the pandas that give up their babies for a food?
They what their babies for food?
So they give up their babies. So like basically, there's the videos in like panda sanctuaries, like it's like a panda mom and like 3 cubs or whatever, and like they'll give the panda like a banana or something or whatever food they like to eat. I don't know what they eat, and then I don't think it's bamboo that they give them. I think it's something like a treat or whatever. It doesn't matter. But anyway, so they give it to him, and then immediately just like hands off the baby like it's a trade. Like, yeah, you can have my child.
Oh,
Yeah. So just another example, because pandas are bears. Just another example of how bears are awful creatures. Not awful creatures, but are dangerous, mean, cold-hearted creatures that will eat you in an instant.
and sell you for food.
Yep. Yep. They'll fuck your wife too.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Will they burn my house down? Maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
Um,
Fuck my wife.
do you think next time we should do like just a play episode where we don't talk about topics, we just play the game together?
Yeah. Why not? We
Get
could
some
use one of-
progress.
Yeah, we could use one of those. Hold on. I am
I
gonna
was
go.
thinking every now and then we could do that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Hold on. I'm gonna go grab the saddle from down here though and put this on the horse. Have any other topics? We're running out of time here.
How much time we got left?
Well, we're at like an hour, but I think that we didn't start for like 2 minutes. We could do like one more topic if we got one more that we're itching to talk about.
How about Furiosa?
Yeah, you take that one.
We could just quickly talk about it, but
Yeah.
you know. So it debuted with 90% of Rotten Tomatoes. I don't care about Rotten Tomatoes. I just think that means that Warner Brothers is going to greenlight another sequel because Warner Brothers cares about tomato meter more than box office for some reason. Been described as one of the best prequels ever made and a bold masterpiece.
What is it a prequel to again? I'm so sorry.
Fury Road.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I do think that I'm glad that well, I mean, to be fair, the director is amazing, and I mean, I think it's gonna be a great movie. But yeah, I am glad that. Why did it take them so long to make this one? Did they just like take their time, or did Warner Brothers not want to do it for so long?
So I think he was having trouble with Warner Brothers.
Hmm.
Let me see. Why did Furiosa take so long? Here we go. Money, timing, and other projects got in the way.
Oh yeah, okay. Interesting.
Um, Anya Taylor-Joy gives a fierce and gripping performance. Oh, by the way, she only has 32 lines of dialogue in the whole movie.
Is she
How's
like
that?
a
Why is that funny?
is she like a quiet character or no? Or like
Yes. Well, I
okay.
mean, here's the thing about Mad Max movies that you should know.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Hardy's character in Fury Road only had like 60 something lines.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and because George Miller, he likes to make these movies. I mean, when you watch Road Warrior, Mel Gibson's Mad Max, he's barely talks.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true. You don't really need to talk in an action movie. All right,
Um,
I'll take back my laughter. Sorry.
he likes to make his movies to where you don't have to hear dialogue to know what's going on in the
Okay.
movie.
All right.
And
I'll.
he says he actually said that dialogue often makes things go feel like they're too long.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with him. When you watch Fury Road, it's like, oh my God, we're already at the end? Because it's so like so engaging to
Right.
where you're just watching stuff happen. You're not watching them. It's like show don't tell. I love
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah. All right. I will take back my laughter. I apologize for laughing. I guess I didn't think about the fact that it's an action movie. Um. Yeah, I'm excited to watch it. I know Noah's excited. I hope that you're excited for
Hmm.
next week's episode of the podcast, though. Are you excited, Noah?
Why is that?
Because we're already done. It's already time to wrap.
There's one more thing I have to say about Furiosa
Go
real
for
quick.
it. Go for it. Go for it.
It just got a 7-minute standing ovation at Cannes Film Festival.
Wow.
Or
Okay.
Cannes Film? I don't know. Cannes?
7 minutes is kind of crazy. That's a long
Mm-hmm.
time. I mean, hey, I mean, if the film's that good, then hey, I'm glad. When does it come out? Come out this month or no?
24th.
24th. Okay. All right. Well, it'll definitely be a topic soon on the podcast.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hope that you enjoyed this episode of the Minecraft Podcast. This has been episode 5 of the Minecraft Podcast. It's crazy. It's already been 5 weeks. Wow. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed, please go down there, hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to us. Got more great content coming for you guys. Also, once again, you can find this podcast on Apple Music and Spotify, iHeartRadio, anywhere else you get your podcasts. Also, there's our Twitter down there in the description. Our Discord, go ahead and join it. We just like to chat and chill in there. And you have any closing statements, Noah?
If you don't know what the brand Utz is, you could better find out.